A crowded GOP presidential field means a lot of competition for endorsements. Now, one U.S. senator is getting ready to share with us, for the first time, who he'll be backing and why. Colorado Senator Cory Gardner joins me now. He's a member of the Senate Foreign Relations Committee. So we've heard some reports. Senator, I'm not going to waste any time. I'd like to give you the opportunity. Who are you endorsing today and why?
Well, today I'm proud to announce my endorsement of Marco Rubio to be the next president of the United States. Our country needs a new generation of leadership, and I believe that Marco Rubio presents this nation with the greatest possibilities and opportunities to meet the challenges of the next generation.
I have a lot of questions for you on that, but you could really come out anytime and say that you like Marco Rubio. Why now?
After the debate in Colorado, I thought Marco did an excellent job framing what I believe to be what Colorado and this country wants, somebody they can be excited about, somebody who is looking forward toward the future, not looking back at the past, somebody who understands that we're always looking at the next horizon and not trying to go backwards in policies that have failed. And if you look at the policies, the campaigns of the Democrats, Hillary Clinton, they're just simply trying argue about how much further left or how further deeper into socialism we can go. And I believe Marco Rubio presents us with the opportunity that Americans can be excited about. And that's that generational opportunity, that generational choice for all of America.
Interesting you talk about generational choice. I spoke with Jeb Bush and his campaign manager last week on this program. They doubled, tripled down really on the complaints about Marco Rubio. And you've seen or heard of this memo that was leaked from the campaign calling him the GOP Obama, a young, energetic, but fairly inexperienced politician. They say he's the repeat of that. Why do you disagree?
Well, again, I think Americans make the choice themselves. They've seen clearly performances on the debate stage, and they understand who can better lead this country. This isn't about who is on the ballot on the Republican side. This is about who's going to be the Democrat nominee and who's going to be the Republican nominee. And I believe if we are going to put Marco Rubio on the ballot, that's our best foot forward. That's our best opportunity to defeat Hillary Clinton. This is going to be the Clinton coronation, and we know that.
So what evidence is there, in your opinion, that Senator Marco Rubio is, in fact, a good leader? What has he produced that you're pointing to that the American people can look at and say, there's the evidence he knows how to lead?
Well, if you dig down into his policies on higher education, making sure that we have affordable opportunities for everyone, his experience and understanding how the struggles that single mothers face around the country because of his family, the fact that Hillary Clinton has lived claims to have lived a poor life recently in a book that she wrote. The fact is Marco Rubio understands the struggles that every American faces. The fact that Marco Rubio understands foreign policy. He's been a leader when it comes to issues like North Korea, the Middle East. He's been a champion for everyday Americans who are struggling to make ends meet.
You like the Broncos. I know we're talking a little bit about that on set. You know, even gifted athletes have to practice their craft, and they practice it because they prove to the coaches that when a big game hits, they're going to be able to perform. Can apply to gifted leaders as well, that they have to practice their craft and move people and show evidence that when the big game comes, they're going to be able to perform in that position. And the critics of Marco Rubio say, listen, he may stand for some good policy points, but he hasn't passed the legislation. He hasn't proven that he can get things through government, and therefore maybe he needs a little bit more practice. What do you think of that?
Well, look, Marco Rubio served as Speaker of the House of one of the most populous states in our nation. Marco Rubio was never supposed to beat Charlie Crist for the United States Senate, and he did, and he's proven to be a leader. Marco Rubio has risen to the top at the Republican debates against very seasoned and accomplished leaders across this country. But what we have with Hillary Clinton, and this is going to be the comparison, what we have with Hillary Clinton is decades-old reruns, the same failed policies, a person who believes that the VA problems, the Veterans Administrations, are simply being made up, a person who believes that Uber is hurting our economy instead of growing our economy. Look, Marco Rubio understands the innovation economy, understands that when we release the innovation and entrepreneurial opportunities for this country, that every American is going to be better off. When we lower taxes on American businesses and individuals, it will allow people the chance to grow and to thrive. And that's really what this is about. This isn't about looking back at past policies that have failed. This is about looking forward. And I think that's the opportunity that Marco Rubio gives all of this country.
Okay,
gives Colorado a reason to look forward.
We mentioned that you serve in the Foreign Relations Committee. This is a really important committee. In fact, you serve with Marco Rubio on several different committees. What do you think of the complaints of him missing votes and also missing work?
Yeah, I think if you look at others who have run for president, this seems to be a double standard that's taking place right now. Senator Rubio pointed that out at the debate stage, but also look what now President Obama performed in the Senate in terms of his attendance. The bottom line is a record of ideas. The bottom line is a plan for how to get this country back on track. It's not about attendance. It's about goals and opportunity to move this nation forward. Americans who are struggling each and every day, people who aren't earning what they believe they should be, people who have 2 jobs. They thought they'd be further ahead in life at this point in their lives, and they simply aren't. And Marco understands how to give them a better life, to open up opportunities. He has policies in place. Look at the Foreign Relations Committee. I serve with him. He's somebody who's fought for human rights and championed freedom around the globe, and he's going to be an excellent job as our next commander-in-chief and the next president of the United States.
So is it sort of like high school? If you miss class, do you have to give him his homework if he's not there, Senator Gardner? Pass the notes along just in case?
The fact is, if you look at some of the other candidates, they're actually trying to copy off of his homework right now.
Well, maybe, but they'll say, like Senator Rand Paul says, well, listen, I've actually shown up to work. I placed the votes. Our viewers know that debate. You gave your side to it, so we'll see what they think. Senator Gardner, it's nice to have you on the program. We look forward to having you back, and thanks for breaking some news with us today. We appreciate it.
Thanks for having me.